I'd love to show you Execute Program. It is a website for studying programming, and it is honestly my favorite platform, tool, resource for learning programming that I've ever come across, because it has a really unique approach to how it structures education and repetition. And I just wanted to share my thoughts on it, give a little demo of it, and just kind of help promote it because I think it's a really awesome resource. So this is the homepage. It's executeprogram.com, and as you can see, it's truly interactive lessons. So if you see here, we've got this map example where it's taking an array and mapping over it and multiplying each element in the array by 2. It's going to return a new array, so it'll return 2, 4, 6. You run it, and it outputs the result, whether or not it was correct or not. So it's kind of like test driven, and you progress through the courses. And only downside or caveat thing worth noting is that it's pretty limited in what courses are available, because I think it's largely built by this guy Gary Bernhard, who runs this website known as Destroy All Software, which he used to make screencasts, video screencasts that I absolutely love. They're like among my favorite programming resources. And so then Gary went and made this Execute Program. Maybe there's a team of other people he works with, but after making these screencast videos, he wanted to make a better way to share and teach programming. So when you go to the dashboard, if you're a paid member, you at your dashboard you'll see your started courses. So I've done a course on regular expressions, which was phenomenal, and that's what I'm going to show you, because for my entire career I've sort of ignored regular expressions because I didn't understand them, and I just never took the time to learn them until this Execute Program course. And then once I started learning regular expressions, I started using them every day, and they're incredibly useful. And even just for the regular expression course alone, it's worth it. Same with SQL, where I knew a little bit of SQL, but I wanted to learn more, and it's a really great class. I've done this TypeScript Basics course, which is pretty rudimentary, but a good refresher and a good introduction into the differences between TypeScript and JavaScript. And here are the other courses that are available. We've got more about TypeScript, modern JavaScript, JavaScript concurrency, and JavaScript arrays. So the library of courses isn't huge, and I hope that more and more get added over time. But I've got plenty of courses to keep me busy, at least for the year, among other learning resources. So let's dive into regular expressions, and I'll just give you a tour of Execute Program. So we go to a course, you see your progress. I have 100% completion. I've done all the tasks, but I've got reviews. And that's one of the awesome parts about Execute Program, is that you have interactive reviews for what you've already learned. So if I go into regular expressions review, you can see and this is JavaScript regex. It says, will this be true or false, basically? And this will be true because 5 is not in the grouping of A to Z. So you run that and you progress through your reviews, and then a foundational aspect of Execute Program is spaced repetition. So you review it once, you review it twice, 3 times, and then a final review 2 months after your third review. So over the course of months, you're reviewing these concepts to refresh on them and learn them. And it's awesome. So this is saying it ends in cat, which it doesn't. It ends in s, cat, so we'll say false. And then if you get it wrong, it will have you redo this review, and it suggests that you go and learn a lesson to better study it. So that's what reviews are like, but let's show a lesson, even if it's one I've already done. So maybe we'll do this one. I've already finished it, and you can see that I could restart it, but it's similar to those examples we've had before. which is neat. The quizzes are really fun. So you go through these lessons and then there are eventually quizzes. So like here's a quiz on writing a regex to recognize American local phone numbers. So it gives you like a test suite, and then you have to write the code that makes that test suite pass. And yeah, just the interactivity of here is just really, really fantastic. So if we go and we want it to be 3 digits and then 4 digits with that dash, you run it and you can see, okay, some failed, some passed. Great, let's make it pass. So we'll start with the caret and end in the $sign, run it, and then pass the quiz because all the tests pass. And then you can even see the author's answer, which is the same for code quizzes where you're writing a little bit more code than just a regular expression. It's cool to see the author's answer versus yours, even if they both pass. Sometimes there are definitely, and a lot of times, different ways to go about it. So I've said a lot. This is a short video, but I really like Execute Program. It's like, you know, I make these screencasts because I want it to feel like you're coding alongside me, or we're like hanging out and coding, and I think that's a certain vibe that I'm going for. But in terms of interactive coding resources, I really like Execute Program. And especially if you're working with TypeScript or JavaScript, it's really great for that. I'm really excited about the JavaScript arrays and the advanced TypeScript and all that's to offer here. Now, it's not free. You have to pay for it. So let me show you how much it is, just so I can be upfront about that too. So let's see. Don't know where it is. That's a bummer. The pricing is not just everywhere. Or not everywhere. There's not just a pricing page. Let me see. Oh, also it limits you to how many you can complete in a day. So like if you do these lessons, it'll then say you should take a break and come back tomorrow, so you don't just like binge all of them. Okay, so there are 16 free lessons. An individual subscription for unlimited courses is $39 a month or $235 per year. So that's $235 a year, $39 a month. You know, like a programming book is about $40 new. So I think, yeah, if you did like a course a month, that would, I don't know if there are 12 courses yet, but I think it's worth it. If you work somewhere, you could expense these things. I definitely would recommend it then too. Like that'd be a no-brainer. But yeah, there are team subscriptions. That's cool. So if you work somewhere, maybe they can even do that. New courses are in the works, they say. So yeah, that's cool. So that's Execute Program. I really like it. It's a really great resource. Just thought I'd share it because of how useful it's been. I'm excited about talking about and sharing more programming resources that I use in addition to, you know, me sharing resources that I make, because I'm regularly studying and practicing, and I think it's helpful to share high quality resources. That's it for today. And now, take care. Thanks. Bye.